Hi everyone, it's me Hansis, and today I'm going to share with you my experience about how I feel after being graduated. Yeah, finally graduated, and it's been a week since I graduated. Well, I don't, a week, almost a week, yeah, a week, to be honest. So I would like to tell you that I'm really excited, I'm really happy. It's been a long time since I graduated, not a week, actually 2 weeks. This is unbelievable. And today I just waited for Today I wanted to do this video, and I wanted to wait for a couple of events to go so I can make 3 or 4 videos and post them onto my channel. So please be sure to stay tuned to watch the rest. Well, what should I say? I feel really excited after being graduated. The previous video I spoke to you about how I feel before graduation. It's the pre-graduation feeling, and today I'm going to tell you about the graduation feeling. How do I feel? Well, the graduation was really nice, especially when we got there, and there were 2 people to assist us, 2 teachers to assist us with our dressing, so they could tell us that whether we're wearing our musar properly, which is like a turban, like the ones that Amanis wear, the Arabs wear, and we also had like to wear our khanjars, like those sort of thing that you have on Oman's flag, the monument on Oman's flag. And also I would like to wear shal. The shal is like a covering over your khanjar, so it looks really good. It matches with your musab, so that makes it even more formal. I was really excited the day when the graduation happened and everything, and after graduation it was so nice. My parents were so delighted. My aunt and uncle, whoever attended the graduation, gave me gifts, and they said Mabruk and everything. They were like blessing me and saying that thank God bless you in your future and everything. So I was really excited, and I was waiting for the dinner that we have planned. Well, before the graduation starts, we were taking pictures with we were waiting for the guest of honor. Our guest of honor was fashionably late. He's always fashionably, not fashionably late because he had something to do, like doing his makeup or anything. It was because it was on a prayer time, so he had to be late, because some people can't afford to miss. Well, many people don't afford to miss their prayers. We had to miss, and we didn't like it either. But that's how life is. Anyway, so when the graduation happened, I was about to smile and laugh aloud when I saw everyone there. I was about to, feeling scared of them, so I kept myself quiet and low. So when I got to the stage, I was shocked to see so many parents and so many friends and from other schools and students and past students and former TSS students. I feel so grateful for them. Excuse me for that. And it was such a nice event, and we all had fun, especially when the head boy and the head girls, they gave their speeches. When my friend Abdullah Rawaz read the Quran, and the voice he had, mashallah, his voice is really good. We all like his voice, and all of us love to listen to him whenever he's there to read the Quran. And also I would like to tell you that the graduation ceremony was amazing. But I had one thing that was too long, especially when I started getting sleepy, and my parents thought that I wasn't happy being graduated. They said after graduation they started complaining. They said, why were you quiet? Or not quiet, sorry. They were saying, why were you so sad, and why were you looking angry? Well, aren't you happy you graduated? I was like, yes, I graduated, but there was light flashing constantly on my eyes. Well, we were being interviewed. I didn't know we were going to come on TV. I never had any idea until my friend sent a link a couple of days later saying that we were on TV on 10 o'clock news for about literally 1 minute and 20 seconds. We were on TV, and it was amazing. My parents were there too. I was really, really glad to see them over there. What an amazing feeling. And after we graduated, I was so excited to take pictures with my parents, with my friends, and we took pictures as a group, and not as a group as in a whole, but a couple of students together. We took pictures, and it was really fun. My friend even took a selfie, which he doesn't count as a selfie. He says it's not a selfie. Anyways, It was really nice. After graduation, when my parents were left and all the parents left, and we all only students were there, when we had planned to go for dinner, we were again late to the hotel. Unfortunately, it was technical issues with the car. The car ran out of battery, so we had to jack in some battery. How did we jack in some battery? Well, we had to. Thank God there were there were two. The thing is that the organizer of this, as I'm showing you too, the organizer of this event, this graduation dinner or grad dinner, was hired at two limousines, and these two limousines were, one of them was a Hummer limousine, which had disco thing in it and everything, and people straight away went into that car. We us 10 boys, we decided to sit in the other one, as there was no space in that one. So when we sat in this car, oh, God knows how we felt, and no one can understand our feeling. We drove a couple of meters until the car stalled. Well, the problem was battery, not because there was any problem with the driver. The car ran out of battery, so we had to take it to. So thankfully, the other car hadn't gone. So we called them and we jacked the cars and we got some batteries. We connected the wires and I was just standing there. Luckily, I was standing there. It's lucky for me because I've never driven a car or never done anything related to driving. So the first time he gave me a chance, he told me you could go there, have a seat, and he told me quickly to sit in and give race. When I started giving race, I was like, and then he told me to continue, stop, you can't do it, don't do it that fast, or you'll crash. I was like, okay. Then I started giving it. The funny thing was when it happened the second time, oh, God knows how we felt the second time. We wasted an hour and a half over there. An hour and a half. We left at 12 over there. We reached there at 12:15, about at that time, or I think it was 12 when we reached. We left at 10:30 and we got there by 12. It feels so bad. Thankfully, thankfully the third time when this happened, there was a BM over there. We asked the lady in the car, a mother of a student from our class, if we can get some battery, but we had no idea where the battery is, which replaces the battery, because when we opened the bonnet there was no battery in it. I was like, where is it? Even she had no idea about it, nor my friends, and nor the driver of the limousine. Well, this was crazy. We were like, where could it be? So we searched on the internet, and Google Images helped us, but that wasn't enough at all, because thankfully, like I said, my friend had called for a ride. He thankfully had called his friend, and that friend had come with one of his relatives. So those two guys, when they came here in their 4-wheel, they knew where the battery is. In 2 minutes, and actually not 2, in 5 minutes, we got it sorted, and we jacked in some batteries and some charge, and we were able to go. We got in some battery, and we ran out of battery. That's what the thing is. When we jacked in some battery, jerked in some battery, or however you say it, we were able to get there. But just as soon as we were getting closer, the car again stalled. This was hilarious. I cannot imagine how we had to walk to it. Well, it wasn't a problem for us because we don't mind walking. We guys are practical students. We don't mind walking. We wouldn't have mind walking, but we wouldn't want to. Everyone feels like being relaxed when they want to get to someplace. And it was really amazing. I couldn't believe that this is how it would end up. We went there and the food wasn't as expected. Well, before going and before leaving and on the way to the hotel, the guy told us the car's for us, and we were like, okay, let's go to Dubai. Let's go to Dubai at first. Then someone else said, let's go to Bariq al-Shati, and not Bariq al-Shati, I mean to say Jawhar al-Shati, and have enjoyment over there. Not Bariq al-Shati, Jawhar al-Shati, and have enjoyment there. And it was so hilarious how the car just stalled in the middle, and we were like, leap. We're like, forget it. Leap means forget it. Now we're not gonna take the risk anymore. Firstly, so we decided to go to the hotel and walk to the hotel. When we got into the hotel, we decided to go to find our way. And when we reached there, we all sat down, spoke a little. Then we quickly took our food. The food wasn't as good as expected. If you want, you can ask my friends as well. people can, the holiday Inn food I've had before was way better than this. The food was actually, I could say the food was average, because I've had better food than this, but whoever organized the event, my friend, our colleague, our classmate, she had done a lot to do. She had worked really hard to get this all sorted. We cannot say that she did it. It was her mistake or anything. It was those guys' mistake. They had did it. I don't want to blame her, and we do. And there was nothing to blame anyways. It was such a hilarious thing. It's good that it happened. I was so happy that it happened. Ignore my hand sign, my hand gestures. They don't have anything to do with the video. And it was really nice. After that, I got my ride home. I went to the school and I was staying there with my friends until my mother came. When we were sitting there, we were playing FIFA. I lost my game as usual to my friend because I'm not really good at FIFA. But and then my mother came. I went home. That's it. That was the day. After that, we had so much events to do. We had the prom coming up. We had the Islamic exam coming up before the right on the same day and early morning early morning the day of the prom. And we also had after that some going with friends to the farm, and was really enjoying. I really enjoyed going to the farm as well. Well, to be honest, let me talk to you about the Islamic exam. Islamic exam was amazing. I never expected it to be that nice. Like, compared to the first semester, I preferred the first semester. I preferred the second semester exams. They were much better than the first one, and also the second semester exam. Thankfully I remember the ayat, the verses of the Quran. We had to memorize them for our Islamic exam. According to the test, they gave us a verse related to the topic that we were studying. So thankfully, I knew that the last wahda when I almost forgot it, but in the end, thank God I remembered it, and thankfully, thanks to my memory, I memorized it the night before, because I was saying that if I memorized it earlier, then I wouldn't be able to remember it. Then I'd have to again and again say it, repeat it to myself. It wouldn't be as accurate, as fresh. So I decided to memorize it just one day before. And thankfully, those two ayat came. But the first ayat that we had, the long one about mirath, oh my God, I had problems with the last few words, and I think I lost marks over there. I'm sure about that. Well, I also lost marks in the section where we had to write Dalil, which is like, a quote from the Quran, a verse from the Quran, depending on what they're asking you. For example, about Rasul or anything, something like that, and you have to write about it, anything anything they could ask you, which is in the book, and there's so many to memorize, so many, that one in every paragraph. How are we supposed to memorize? And luckily that the one we didn't memorize would come out, or the one we like, how would we know which one to memorize? There's so many to memorize that you would end up forgetting them in the end. And the Islamic exam was really good. I preferred it compared to the first semester, because at least I understood some of the at least I understood the wording. At the first semester, I couldn't understand the wording. It's not that my friends didn't understand, it's me, because my Arabic is not usually that high of standard. So thankfully, but my Arabic got better towards the mock exam, which was in February, and then now towards the end it became much better. Then the night after that was prom, and prom was really interesting. The thing is, there were some things happened that I shouldn't mention right over here, and I shouldn't be mentioning. There was some magic that happened over there, because my friends got some interesting food that I thankfully did not have, because it had magic in it, magic brownies. And those magic brownies, they created the drama in the prom, at the prom, and the prom reached its peak by 12, and it died out 12 midnight. Well, we were supposed to die out by 4, but it was, sorry, not 4. I'm just saying, it was supposed to die out by 1 or 1:30, but it died out an hour and a half earlier. Well, actually 11:30, and people started to get all quiet, and it started getting quiet and everything, and some people were even worried because it would be because of them. But we told them, no, it's not because of you. We're sorry, and like we said sorry to them by ourselves. But but we didn't know that the organizer would take it on her, like on her behalf. She would say that I'm taking the blame on myself. She shouldn't have done that. Well, that's done and dusted. But the prom overall, in the beginning, we had really so much fun. I got there, my friends are wearing suits. I decided to wear a black disasha. So because my friends, my close friends, were wearing disasha, white disasha, and the other friends were wearing suits. Their suit was black. My friend's disasha was white. I decided to wear a black disasha. This makes it even out. Black for the suits, disasha for the disasha people. This makes it fun. Exactly. I wanted to have my traditional values as well. After my friend told me that I shouldn't wear the suits. Well, I said okay. I don't mind doing either. In the end, I decided to say like I don't mind doing either. Fine, I'll wear a suit. I changed my mind. I decided to wear disasha. It didn't have any effect to be honest. In the end, we still enjoyed the way the party should go. Except when my friend Salim, when my friend Salim, when he came to the party. Well, before coming to the party, he was wearing an orange top. Thankfully, he didn't wear it, and thanks to Rod, who lives with him in school. They're dorm students. I don't know if they get kicked out of dorm or do they go out by themselves. Just kidding. Don't take it seriously. Anyway, so when he came, thankfully he was wearing a white shirt. Thanks to Rod, his mate on the dorm, who got him his white shirt. Who got him his white shirt, so he can wear it over there. Alhamdulillah. And the party was really nice in the beginning. We met our friends, and a couple of friends from outside our school. We had a nice time together, sitting together. We didn't know that someone's gonna get those magic brownies and create the drama over there and magic. But it all happened. Thank you.